Not again, dude.
Hello.
Howdy.
Deputy Smith of Sheriff's Department.
Congratulations. How can I help you, sir?
Yeah, you have a headlight out. Pulled you over for that.
Remember Gavin Syme? He taught us a lot about our rights. Then he pretty much exiled and moved to Mexico with his family. The government didn't like the fact that he questioned authority, so they tried to railroad him. Fast forward and here we are, still trying to get some transparency and accountability from our government. And this guy reminds me of Gavin Syme.
And your tip tag expired in 2023.
Yeah, this,
You have your ID and proof of insurance registration on you
for
this vehicle?
Yeah, it's my house. It's a property vehicle. It's for through a business.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you and registration?
Yeah, not on me. It's in my files at home.
Okay.
So.
Do you have your ID on you? Because
yeah.
It's at home?
Yeah.
Okay, can I see it?
For what?
Because I am pulling you over.
Well, I know. I totally know.
Stop.
I know that you're pulling me over, but am I obligated to follow any of your directives? Yes or no?
This is a lawful stop.
Yes or no?
So I'm giving you an
yes or no?
lawful order.
Yes or no? Am I obligated to follow any of your orders? Am I obligated?
This is a great part of the video. Words matter, especially in legal terms. This guy seems to know what to say and what not to say. This also has me wondering if cops actually do know if legal terminology puts people in and out of jurisdiction or contractual agreement with them. And if so, why haven't more ex-cops spoken up about this?
Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you have evidence of that?
You can look up any statute.
No, it's not a statute. Do you have evidence that because you don't know who I am, you can, no, it's okay to breathe heavy. Just take a breath. I'm just curious because you guys pull us over and you assume that because we're here, that the laws apply to us and you have jurisdiction and you have all this authority.
Okay. You're in the state of Missouri.
Well, that's different. State of Missouri and Missouri. See, I'm a Montanan.
Okay.
I'm a citizen of the Republic of Montana.
Okay.
I'm not a Missourian.
United States, yeah.
I'm not a Missourian. No, not of the United States.
You don't live in Montana in the United States of America?
I'll wait till you figure this out.
You're from Montana.
Yes.
That is in the United States of America.
There's difference. You said United States.
Okay, it's in the United States.
Well, it can't be semantics because this has to be shown in court. When you actually go through and you sit there and you say what you're going to say, and the judge is going to ask you certain questions, and you're going to have to come up with exactly what you meant.
The judge is going to ask you what state you're from.
No, he's not. He's going to ask you.
You're from Montana.
He's going to ask you. I'm not required to answer questions.
That's in the United States of America. That's where you're at right now.
And I'm a citizen of Montana.
Okay.
The Republic of Montana.
Still in the United States of America.
I'm a citizen of the Republic of Montana.
The state of Montana, yeah.
No. Okay. There's a big difference.
Okay.
So I'm a citizen of the Republic of Montana, and I'm a Montanan. I'm not a Missourian.
Okay.
So there's a difference.
You're in Missouri right now,
yeah?
yes,
I'm not in Missouri. I'm not in Missouri.
I almost got you. Huh?
Oh, you almost got me, but I'm not.
Because you're in the state of Missouri.
But I'm not in Missouri.
See what I mean? This cop just admitted that he tried to trick Dave with words. What does this mean? That cops know what they're doing is immoral, but they continue to do it?
I'm not in Missouri.
I almost got you. Huh?
Oh, you almost got me, but I'm not.
Because you're in the state of Missouri.
But I'm not in Missouri. I'm not in the state of.
You're not in the state of Missouri right now.
Thank you for acknowledging that. Thank you for acknowledging that.
Okay.
You just admit.
What state are you in then?
Oh, I don't have to answer questions.
Okay. You have any registration on the vehicle?
Oh, I do. I do. It's in business files because it's a business vehicle. Or actually, in this case,
vehicle, but your plate expired 2 years ago.
Well, in this case, I'm not operating in a business capacity. So right now, it's not a vehicle; it's an automobile.
Okay, but you're driving on a Missouri.
Ah, now you're assuming I'm driving. Now you're saying I'm driving.
Right here.
Nope, that's not right here. It's just what?
Okay.
What is that?
Point the camera towards you because you're on the driver's seat.
That's not a driver. This isn't a driver's seat.
That's the driver's
seat. You just made an assumption. You just made a legal conclusion.
Okay, so time for me. Okay.
Please do. Please do.
All right.
The cop walks away in frustration, and the man is going to try to explain what's happening. Let's have a listen.
Okay, so here's what's going on. There is some officer back here that's making a bunch of legal conclusions, legal claims, asserting authority which he doesn't have over information that he's not privy to. He doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know anything about me. I never gave him my ID, never gave him a name, never gave him anything. This is an automobile, not a vehicle. I want you guys to understand that. A vehicle is used in commerce. Me and my puppy, wherever she's at, are going to pick up my wife, who in this case is somewheres. And at this moment in time, this is an automobile. It's not a motor vehicle. It's not subject to laws of the motor vehicle code. It's never been registered as a Department of Motor vehicle. I have the bill of sale. It is a private automobile. Private. It's not used for commerce. It's not transporting people for goods or services. None of that. It's my personal automobile. And I really hope this sheriff, since he's sworn an oath to the Constitution, that he upholds the Constitution. I really hope he does. Because violating people's rights is absolutely terrible. It's embarrassing. And especially around here in these small parts of Doniphan, it's sad that sheriffs just want to run amok and run and do their own thing and blah blah blah, and they like to just run people over. Hopefully he honors his oath. If not, there's gonna be a lot of questions. Because when you go to court and you make a bunch of legal conclusions and legal claims on the side of the road, and you assume a bunch of stuff, and you just say a bunch of things, it's gonna be really hard to prove in court. Really hard to prove. But he's doing his thing back here, and I'm not gonna stop this to tell my wife that I got pulled over by a sheriff because he's, I don't know. I'm just wondering who the injured party is. So who called in and said, I have been injured by this dude. I have been injured by this guy, and I need you to do this, that, and the other. And then he says there is an injured party. Because everybody knows the state of Missouri is a fiction. It is. So let's find out what he's got. The light is so bright in your eyes.
I know all of this stuff is hard to understand, but he's not talking about what you're going to have to say in court. On the contrary, he's talking about what the cops are going to have to say in order to justify jurisdiction and secure a conviction on you. When we talk about these types of videos, we rarely talk about that specifically, which can possibly change the way we approach this. You're about to see the conversation with the supervisor, and this has to be one of the most important conversations I've ever highlighted. I'll tell you why at the end.
Howdy. Hello.
Hey, just explain what's going on to me, please, if you don't mind.
Oh, well, he pulled me over for I don't know.
Okay.
And he said
for a headlight being out.
Okay, for a headlight,
yeah,
which is
headlight.
there's no crime. It's a oops, it happens.
Okay.
So there's
equipment violation.
Well, it is if
okay.
it falls under the equipment category for it to be a violation.
Okay.
But the problem is this is an automobile, not a vehicle. And you guys all know, and you guys have both been trained, at least I hope, that you know the difference between an automobile and a vehicle, right?
Let me ask you something real quick.
I don't answer any questions, so you can, but okay, yeah.
I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from. That's all this is. I'm from a place of ignorance here. I just want to know your perspective.
Well, you're not from a place of ignorance. Are you a sergeant, a lieutenant?
I'm a corporal.
Corporal what?
Corporal Valencourt.
And your badge number?
I'm 45.
45, okay. I don't think in the academy that they would just let people be ignorant on the street and then, and have a firearm and a badge and the ability to take you, beat the shit out of you, and put you in a cage because of your ignorance. Okay. Because ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Okay. And you couldn't use that in a court of law.
When I say I'm coming from a place of ignorance, I obviously know that you're identifying as some kind of non-U.S. citizen, correct?
No, that's not at all. No, not at all.
Republic of Montana is what you're...
Cops like to call people names. That's why they always ask for your name. And when you don't want to give it, they'll choose a name to call you, like sovereign citizen. I do appreciate the fact that this supervisor didn't go down that road.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. You got to realize this. There's a United States and there's the United States of America.
That's what I'm trying to understand. Where you're coming from on this, because I know you're probably interpreting things a little bit.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I would, right?
No, see, I'm 45 years old, and they don't teach you this in school. Mm-hmm. So for the past 30 years, my entire family, along with other lawyers and people and courts and judges and sheriffs and the Humboldt County Sheriff out of Humboldt County, California, were like, you should be learning these things very simply. You should just easily learn it, because they're not going to teach it in your school. And then what's going to happen is when you get pulled over and you can't have a conversation with somebody that's actually of intelligence, which you guys are, you're going to get screwed. Because I've met a lot of cops and a lot of sheriffs that were just absolute douchebags because they won't have conversations. They just say, you have to listen to me, you better do it right now, or I'm going to take you to a cage, or I'm going to beat the crap out of you. And I go, Can you just talk?
And I hope you understand that's not what's taking place.
Well, that's what he's trying to do.
Okay,
But no, but I'm not trying to assume he's showing me signs like, hey, look.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
No, I don't think.
But like, we're good, right? Like,
I don't know. I'm trying to get my wife and go home. That's all I'm trying to do. That's it.
I mean, you're headed here in town and then leaving, or what?
That's it. That's all I'm doing. Just go in, grab her, and go home. I don't like to drive at night. She has bad eyesight. I got my little dog. I got puppies at the house. Just trying to get in and get out. And I don't.
How about we make an agreement real quick?
Yeah.
Get your headlight fixed. We'll leave you alone.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
And the temp tag, whatever. If it's a plate or a temp tag, I'm not sure which one it is from Montana.
Okay, so let me kind of explain this.
Okay.
I bought this car outright, $4,000 cash, Lithia dealership in Billings, Montana.
Okay.
Okay. Bill McRae was my sales guy. I moved here last year on the auspices that my in-laws would have given us property.
Okay.
I never got this registered because this is private. It's not public.
Okay.
And I've already been to court one time for this, and the judge was like, there's nothing we can do because I can't force you to do anything with your personal property. Because I would have to prove...
Was that here in Ripley County?
Yeah, I was here.
Okay.
It was like 5 months ago.
Okay.
And I was going to work. I was picking up some supplies. I make custom woodworking. I was doing some stuff. Some really, really mean highway patrol dude pulled me over. Come to find out, he's got a whole bunch of stuff on him.
Sure.
And I was like, there's no way, because the police department and the highway patrol are not constitutional. The only ones who have constitutional authority are you guys, the sheriff.
He's actually the sheriff's department.
What are you?
I'm the city police.
Well, city.
Yes.
See, you're the only guy with constitutional authority at all, because that's how our Constitution's written.
Because he's under an elected official, correct?
So, see, I don't have a thing against law enforcement.
Correct.
I have a thing against cops who don't hold each other accountable and who don't actually say, no, this is what the law says. We can't just force you to do something.
Right.
Because if we force you to do something and it violates your rights and we're held accountable, we're screwed.
Incoming call from the Queen. Press Uconnect phone button to answer.
So anyways, I just like
Call
to
rejected.
be left alone. I don't bother anybody. Now, if I did hurt somebody and you knew, you both know, well, wait a minute, if you both knew, I would expect you to come to me and say, look, dude, we have a valid cause of action. We have a complaint. We have a complainant party. You can actually sit in front of this party that's accusing you. Your ass did something, and your ass is going to jail. And I go, perfect.
But right, you'd have to have a complainant.
Well, yeah, but you don't at this time.
Correct.
You just got a guy who doesn't like the fact that I've got a flappy piece of paper in the back of my car and I got a busted headlight.
Okay.
I didn't know. Thank you very much for the headlight. I take care of all my maintenance. I do all this stuff. I didn't know. Even the fact that I got on my dirt road tonight, I went, something's kind of funky. I'll clean it. I got a headlight cleaning kit.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay, I'll do that. But now you tell me, absolutely, I'll get it fixed tomorrow. There's a parts. Dude, tomorrow's Sunday.
Yes, today's Saturday night.
I'll stay off the road Sunday.
Okay.
Because the parts department's not open.
Yeah.
Well, you know, what you don't want to do is drive with one light and somebody thinks it's a motorcycle.
Especially around here, there's a lot of deer too, and that impede.
Well, you also get a lot of people that just walk half drunk or high on meth, and they walk right out in the middle of the road and they go, oh, it's just a bike. And then they step out in front of you, and then you're in trouble because your dumbass didn't fix your car.
Yeah. No, I hear
And I'm okay with fixing my stuff.
Sure.
That's the kind of sheriff that I like. Now, I would ask that your boss say, look, yeah, we're going to talk to you and give you, how do you like praise somebody, or what's the thing you do? A recommendation, a commendation?
Yeah, commendation, yeah.
Because I've never in my entire life ever had anybody go, dude, you got to fix your headlight.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, the gentleman in this video sent this to me immediately after watching my interview with Cameron Wilson, who does the traveler versus driver stuff and wins. Are we seeing the beginning of a new day? Are we finally seeing some videos where this actually works? Keep watching, folks. Let's see if this man proves to us what he's stating is true.
I usually get the fuck out of the car. And I'm like, dude, come on, dude.
No,
I'm not like that.
We're not.
Okay.
I will never be like
But
that.
now there's a highway patrol guy, and I know who it is, and I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to put bad names. But my wife was so scared that she was almost puking.
Yeah.
Because she was like, this guy came up to me and he was shaking. And I said, because I asked him questions that he just can't answer, and he just got super freaked out, and he didn't want to do what you do.
Yeah.
You guys are like, I don't know what's really going on. Let's just talk.
Well, I'm all about having conversation and open
Yeah,
dialogue
let's just
with people,
talk.
and that's so.
Well, I established my business here in this town because of the reputation of the police department.
Well,
And because of the reputation of the sheriff's department, I could have said, oh, you know, maybe I'll do it somewhere else. Maybe I'll just put it somewhere in a different location. But I decided, I like you guys. Not that I know all of you. I don't even know you.
Yeah.
But just because I'm hearing people go, oh, no, these guys are cool. These guys are great. These guys are nice. But they will hold your ass to the fire if you hurt somebody.
Yeah.
And I said, well, yeah, because now you have an injured party.
Right,
and if I do go to court, there's somebody that can stand up and say, here's the injuries, here's the stuff, here's how much it costs to fix my car, my motorcycle, my boat, all the shit that goes on. And I go, perfect. Right now, I got a broken taillight and a piece of paper flopping off the car. Yeah. And lo and behold,
you see your temp tag or license plate or whatever it is. The only thing I seen was your actual.
No, I'm cool with you pulling me over for a headlight. I don't care about that. Like, it doesn't bother me that you guys do that, because that's the kind of thing that, like, if you're protect and serve. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard this. Like, it's no longer protect and serve. It's collect and extort. And I go, road pirates. And I go, but if you pulled people over, your reputation with people, and I do want to run for the mayor. Okay. Because I want to bridge the gap between the citizens and the actual police departments and sheriffs and those guys. Yeah. In Billings, Montana, the gap was getting so big that the cops were killing people, and they were putting it on the news, and they were like, we can't show this to you. One guy unarmed, tased. A guy walks out of his car with an AR-15 or an M14, whatever was issued at the time, shoots him 5 times in the back and kills him in the street. Wow. And that was a buddy of mine's brother, and 2 girls who were upstairs in this building videotaped the whole thing and threw it on YouTube. Wow. And IA blew up because they're like, you got 5 cops. He's on the ground. You can see, they could see, hands out, backpack on his backpack, nothing on his hands, gets shot 5 times. And you can hear the crack, crack, crack. And I've heard enough guns in my life. I used to live in Africa in the military. I know the sound of a gun. Sure. And I was like, that guy got murked. He got killed. Now this situation here, this is nice. Yeah. You're not trying to break in the car. No. You're not trying to be aggressive. You're not trying to pepper spray me. No. You didn't even ask for my ID. You didn't even yelling at me. You're not cussing. You're absolutely as cool as cool.
We're pretty laid back, provided, you know, nothing gets stupid. We're pretty laid back, I think.
Well, I think if you don't hurt other people, you should just be left alone. I'm not coming to your house. I'm not telling you what to do with your boat and all that crap. Just don't hurt other people. Yeah. Don't
do anything to having aggressive until somebody else gets aggressive towards me, or
I'm cool with that. I don't. Do you guys have business cards by any chance?
I don't. I've only been here for almost 3 months. So I don't
3 months?
Yeah.
Damn, I hope the rest of your department acts like you. Shit.
Now,
yes, sir.
So, you know, I know that, like, sheriff's departments, the sheriff is elected and all that. Our chief is also elected by the people.
Didn't know that.
And so I know that means something. And so
it does, because, you know, I look at your character.
Right.
And I look at it and I go, okay, if you've got a busted ass house and you're running in and out, and then all of a sudden you've got a really nice microwave, or you've got some really nice tires, there might be something going on, because the rest of your life is a jamble except those pretty shiny things. Right. And then I can figure out where your character is, and I go, you might be stealing. Yeah. And I go, so I'm not going to be a friend of you because I don't want you to know where my stuff's at. Right. In fact, I don't want to live near you because I don't want my stuff taken. But if you come to me and you go, hey, dude, what's going on with your car? You got a busted headlight. And I go, oh, okay, now you're getting a Christmas card. Right. That's the kind of, the character, your character shines more than anything. Absolutely. Like, if I did something, I don't mind going in cuffs. I've been arrested before. I don't give a shit. Yeah. And it's just in and out and you're done. You just figure out the problem, find a solution, keep going, create the relationship. You guys are fantastic.
All right.
I'm going to get the wife.
Like I said, get that headlight fixed and we'll leave you alone. And whatever you got to do to satisfy the needs of the state as far as legalizing your vehicle, I'm not going to get into that with you, but whatever you need to do to get that taken care of, just do that. So we'll leave you
alone. No, I'm not. I'm going to tell you right now, this vehicle will never be registered with the state of Missouri, because then they own part of it.
Do you have any property still in Montana?
I have a lot of stuff in Montana.
Because you can also, if you know, just because your vehicle is registered through there already with the temp tag, you can get plates there in Montana.
Well, Montana is a plate hold state. Oh, okay. So they've been sitting on my plates, charging me $200 a month, sitting on my plates since last year. Wow. And I'm like, well, if I'm not gonna get the plates in Montana and then transfer it to Missouri, I have the bill of sale. This is mine. So if I go to court and you go, who owns it? I go, well, I do. I paid for it. Lithia has signed it. I signed it. And the judge is going to go, that's all we can do. Because they can't force me. Because once you guys make a law that forces a fee, it's now can be considered, I can ignore it completely. And it's not my law. It's Supreme Court's ruled that. Anything.
Have you already did an address change from Montana to here?
I don't know. I have a domicile, but I don't have an address, so I don't know. Guys, mind if I? Well, he's taking off. Can I just go get my wife? That's why she called. She's late from work. She's exhausted. 12-hour day.
Like I told you, man, get the hell out. Now I will say, if you, whatever you intend on doing with your vehicle, that's your business.
Yeah, it's my car. Sorry, buddy.
You will have more interaction with law enforcement. Okay.
That's okay, because I like you guys, and if everybody knows, leave the guy alone, because all you're going to do is rack up a bunch of problems. Right. And if I cause a problem, come get me.
Come to you.
No, because now you've got an issue.
Right.
But if I don't cause a problem, dude, just leave the guy alone. He hasn't hurt anybody. I mean, what's the piece of paper to a piece of metal going to do, really? Like, you can take me to court. There's no victim. There's no crime. You can't even point out who was injured. You can't.
Let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
Do you pay taxes?
See, I don't answer that question.
I understand. All right, sir.
Forced to pay at the gas stations or food. In Montana, there's no sales tax.
Oh, really?
Montana has no sales tax. Like Oregon.
Arkansas has no sales tax.
Yeah, Arkansas. Oregon is the same way. But then you get places like here that are like, we're just going to tell you have to pay a tax. And the lady at the water department told me to my face, Donnie Johnson's mom, said that we are extorting you.
Wow.
Well, I said, hey, I'm tax exempt. She goes, well, the legislation around here just passed a law that said everybody has to pay taxes. I said, well, I'm not from your legislation, so they just passed a tax and then said, whoever shows up, we're just going to apply it to you arbitrarily. Do you have any evidence that it applies to me, or did you just assume it does?
Right.
And you go, well, and I go, well, that's a form of extortion. Well, yeah, that's what we're doing. Huh?
Yikes.
And my kid was with me, and I went, thank you for admitting that. Well, it's the same thing. So let me ask you real quick. This is a very simple way to explain things. Have you ever been to Costco or to Walmart? When you go onto Walmart's property, do the laws of Walmart as an employee apply to you, or are you just a customer?
Right, I understand what you're saying.
So you're just a customer.
Right.
They can't come to you and say, you don't get paid time off, and you're getting fired.
Yeah.
Or,
arbitrary.
Well, okay, but that's what assumes from law enforcement is you're within our so-called jurisdiction, and we assume the laws apply to you. And I go, I'm just like a customer to your business, and you're going to need a lot of proof. Yeah. Like, until I agree to something, yeah. But until then, again, guys, you guys are awesome. Thank you. I'll fix my headlight.
If I shake your hand?
I would, but I can't. The windows and the dog. She's a corgi, and she's really protective.
Totally fine.
Well, no, I had another person try to put their hands in the car. My daughter was here. Yeah. And you could almost, she will peel your skin off.
I'm not trying to do that.
Well, there's those little tiny yappy fucks, but they do bite shit. So, okay. All right, good night, guys.
Careful.
Okay, so I am not driving. I'm not driving away. I don't have a seatbelt on. I got none of that shit. None of it matters. What I am going to say is it's been about almost a half an hour of my interaction with these fellers. Everything seems cool. They said I'll have more problems if I don't get stuff fixed, and I told them that's not going to ever happen. I'm not fixing anything based upon what you guys are going to tell me. And they seem to be pretty cool cops. At least they're not stupid and ignorant of the law that requires me to do a bunch of stuff. And I am getting blow by. That sweet radiator smell. Oh, too much radiator fluid. Oh, that stinks. Okay. Well, back on the road. Yeah, it smells really bad. It's super strong. Okay, there they go. Right there. And nobody knows it's me. And I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Good night.
Alright folks, and here are my final thoughts. This video is different than many others I've posted only because I get to point out that the cops are curious as well. If the people win the argument, the cops win the argument for their family and friends. When freedom comes knocking, we'd better answer the door. In Cameron's video, the cop actually said he hated paying for tags and car insurance as well, but he does it because everybody else does it. Many people just need a lead to follow so they can do it too. And that's why we were able to watch this video. Dave immediately sent it to me after watching my interview with Cameron. Tips on what you should and shouldn't do are in that interview. I plan to continue to cover this topic and do more research as well as interview people that are trying to get answers in this arena. With that being said, I want to thank Dave for sending us his video. He reminded me so much of Gavin's sign, which made this video pleasant to watch. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Dave's channel, show him some support. I'll be providing his links in the description and in the pinned comment as always. Always record the police, folks. If you do record police and you want us to highlight your videos, copy your links and send them to recordpolicenow@gmail.com. We'll take a look at them, give us as much information as possible. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.